The audience was primed for the usual late-night ritual. Jimmy Kimmel and Johnny Depp had traded jokes backstage, the show slated to kick off at 11:35 p.m. Pacific. But no one in the El Capitan Theater on Hollywood Boulevard could have guessed this interview would end as the biggest scandal of 2025. But first, here's how it began. Now hit that subscribe button and drop a comment. What time are you watching this? And then, we're rolling. The Jimmy Kimmel Live. Studio hums under warm amber gels. The crowd erupts as Jimmy bounds out, smile dialed to 11, navy suit crisp, hair shellacked into submission. He waves like he's hugging the front row. Good evening, Los Angeles. And the world. Tonight, a legend. Johnny Depp. Camera glides to the guest chair. Depp lounges, ankle over knee, black suit catching the light like oil on water, shirt unbuttoned just enough. He flashes the pirate grin, crooked, effortless, but his eyes carry mileage. A bead of sweat sits at his temple under the spots, he lets it stay. Nods once to the room. Jimmy drops into his seat. Between them, a low glass table, 2 water glasses, condensation rings already forming. Clip-on mic rustles like a secret. Johnny, great to have you. You look unpredictable as ever. Depp chuckles low, throat dry. Takes a sip. Ice clinks. That's the goal, Jimmy. Predictable is death on camera. Crowd laughs, obligatory, warm. Jimmy leans in, elbows on knees, the host's default intimacy. Let's start easy. New film, Modi. You direct, you star. Critics say it's your most personal yet. What's the one scene you fought to keep? Depp's fingers drum the armrest, once, twice. He tilts his head, considering. The mirror scene. Where Modi stares at himself until the glass cracks. No CGI. Just time. And silence. Jimmy nods, impressed. Or pretending. Silence. Bold choice. Most directors fill every second with noise. Noise sells tickets. Silence sells truth. A beat. The laugh track swells, then fades. Camera 2 zooms on Depp's hand, rings glinting, knuckles scarred. Jimmy pivots, smooth. Speaking of truth, you've been open about the last few years. The trials, the headlines. How do you separate the man from the myth at this point? Depp's smile thins. He sets the glass down, precise, no clink. You don't. The myth pays the bills. The man pays the therapy. Laughter again, edgier. Jimmy's eyes flicker, gotcha. Fair. But the myth took a hit. Amber, the op-eds, the memes. You ever wake up and think, I'm the punchline now? Depp exhales through his nose. The room quiets a decibel. Every morning. Then I remember who wrote the joke. Jimmy leans back, casual. But his foot taps under the desk once. You mean the media? I mean the machine. Same one that crowned me sexiest man alive twice. Turns out the crown's made of paper. Crowd whoops, loyalty or bloodlust, hard to tell. Jimmy raises an eyebrow. Paper cuts deep, huh? But you fought back. UK libel case lost. US defamation won. Feels like whiplash. Depp's jaw flexes. He picks up the water again, doesn't drink. Whiplash implies motion. This was a car crash in slow motion. Everyone watched. Some sold tickets. Camera 3 catches Jimmy's producer in the booth, hand hovering over a button. Not yet. Jimmy softens his voice, the therapist tone. You've said the US verdict gave you your life back. What does life back even look like after that circus? Depp looks past him, at the audience. A woman in row 3 clutches her phone like a rosary. It looks like mornings without headlines. Coffee that isn't photographed. A dog that doesn't care what Vanity Fair says. Jimmy smiles, too wide. Sounds peaceful. Almost boring. Depp's eyes snap back. Sharp. Boring's underrated. Try surviving a feeding frenzy, then tell me boring's the enemy. The laugh comes late, thinner. Jimmy shifts gears. Let's talk art. You paint now. Sell pieces for millions. Is that the new rebellion, turning pain into profit? Depp's fingers still. He studies Jimmy like he's reading fine print. Profit's the byproduct. The rebellion's refusing to shut up. They wanted me cancelled. I built a gallery instead. Jimmy nods, slow. Then. Galleries in London. Right? Post-Brexit, post-trial. Smart. Distance. Depp's voice drops, velvet over gravel. Distance is survival. You should try it sometime. A ripple through the crowd, ooh. Jimmy's smile freezes a millisecond. Ouch. I'm right here, man. Exactly. Camera 1 pushes in. Depp's pupil catches the lens black hole in amber light. Jimmy recovers, laughs it off. Alright, let's lighten up. Pirates. Any chance Jack Sparrow sails again? Depp blinks. The question lands wrong, like a joke in a morgue. Jack's retired. He's got a beach house in my head. Rent-free. Jimmy presses. Disney's rebooting everything. They'd kill for you back. One call. Depp cuts in, quiet. They killed for me once. Remember the Fantastic Beasts drop? One phone call. No conversation. Just effective immediately. The studio cools. Jimmy's producer mouths steer. Jimmy tries. That was business. Business is a polite word for betrayal. Silence blooms. Not the fun kind. The kind that sucks air from lungs. Camera 2 holds on Depp's hand, fingers now white on the glass. Jimmy fills it, too fast. You've worked with Burton again. Jean Dubarry. French film, no subtitles in the US cut. Bold move. Depp doesn't blink. Bold's relative. I spoke French for 6 months. Learned more in silence than any press junket. Jimmy leans forward, voice honeyed. Silence again. You keep circling back. Almost like you're hiding in it. Depp's head tilts. The scar on his cheek catches light like a fault line. Hiding? No. I'm listening. You should try that too. Crowd inhales. Jimmy's foot stops tapping. I'm listening. To a man who sued his ex-wife, lost a fortune, then painted his way to relevance. That the story? Depp sets the glass down hard. No crack, but the table vibrates. Relevance. Cute word. You think I'm here for relevance? Jimmy shrugs, playful. You're on my couch. Ratings don't lie. Depp leans in. Whisper close, but the mic catches every syllable. Ratings lie every night. You just read them better. A gasp audible. Camera 4 swings to the control booth, red light blinking. Delay buffer engaged. Jimmy's smile is glass now. You saying this show's fake? Depp's eyes don't leave his. I'm saying every show's a stage. Some of us just stopped acting. Pause. The word hangs, heavy as smoke. Jimmy's throat works, he swallows. We'll be right back. But the camera doesn't cut. It lingers. On Depp's face, unreadable. On Jimmy's, cracked just enough to see the panic underneath. The audience holds its breath. Somewhere, a phone camera flashes. The silence stretches. Thick. Electric. And in that silence, the first real crack. The commercial break never airs. The feed stays live, raw, unfiltered. Red tally lights burn like accusations. In the booth, the director's hand hovers over the kill switch, but the numbers are spiking. They let it ride. Back in the studio, the applause sign stays dark. The crowd senses blood. Jimmy returns first, tie straightened, smile recalibrated. Depp hasn't moved. His water glass is empty now, ice melted into a shallow accusation. Jimmy sits. No intro music. Just the low hum of the HVAC and 1,000 held breaths. Welcome back. Johnny Depp, everybody. No applause. Just the creak of his chair as he leans forward. We were talking stages. Let's stay there. You said we all act. Who's directing you tonight? Depp's laugh is soft, almost tender. A scalpel wrapped in silk. No one. That's the problem. You keep waiting for the script. There isn't one. Jimmy's fingers drum the armrest mirror of Depp's earlier tick. He stops himself. No script? Then why sit here? Why not walk? Depp's gaze drifts to the camera. Lens 1. The one that never blinks. Because walking's easy. Staying, that's the rebellion. The crowd shifts. A woman in the third row lowers her phone. This isn't content anymore. Jimmy tilts his head, voice lower now. Intimate. Dangerous. Rebellion. You keep using that word. But rebels don't sue for 50 million. They burn the castle. Depp's eyes flick back. The amber gone cold. I didn't burn it. I just stopped paying rent. Jimmy smiles, thin, surgical. Rent. Right. The Malibu house. The Bugattis, the island. Hard to play martyr from a yacht. A murmur ripples. Depp doesn't flinch. You forgot the part where they took the island. And the house. And the name. All while calling me the monster. Jimmy leans in, elbows on knees. The therapist again, but the mask is slipping. You called her a monster first. In court. Under oath. Gold digger. Hoax. Ring a bell? Depp's jaw tightens. A vein pulses at his temple. I called the truth ugly. Turns out it photographs worse. Jimmy's voice drops to a whisper, but the mic drinks it. Truth. Let's test it. You ever hit her? The studio freezes. Not a cough. Not a shuffle. Even the lights seem to dim. Depp doesn't answer. He just looks at Jimmy through him like he's seeing the boy who used to sneak into movie theaters. You want the soundbite? Here's one. I hit rock bottom. She handed me the shovel. Jimmy's eyes narrow. He smells weakness. Poetic. But the audio. Depp cuts in, voice flat. The audio was edited. Like everything else. You know how clips work, Jimmy. 10 seconds of hell, looped forever. Jimmy sits back. The chair groans. So you're the victim now? Depp's laugh is bitter, exhausted. I'm the cautionary tale. Difference is, I read the fine print. Camera 3 pushes in tight on Jimmy's face. A bead of sweat traces his hairline. He doesn't wipe it. Fine print. Like the NDA she signed? The one you're suing to enforce? Depp's fingers curl into the armrest. Knuckles white. That NDA was for silence. Not for lies. Jimmy's voice sharpens, finally, the blade. Lies like the op-ed? The one that never named you? The one a jury said did defame you? Depp's chest rises. Falls. He looks at the audience again. A man in a pirate's shirt looks away. The jury saw the texts. The photos. The severed finger. You want to relitigate it here? With laugh tracks? Jimmy glances at the booth. The producer shakes his head, keep going. No laugh tracks tonight. Just truth. You said in court she set you up. That the abuse allegations were a performance. Was the blood on the wall part of the act? Depp's eyes close. Just for a second. When they open, they're wet. Not tears. Fury. The blood was mine. The performance was believing anyone would care. Silence. Not the planned kind. The kind that follows a gunshot. Jimmy leans back, voice soft now. Almost kind. You're tired. Depp nods. Once. Bone tired. Of explaining. Of smiling. Of pretending the game isn't rigged. Jimmy's next words are barely audible. Then why play? Depp looks straight into camera one. The red light blinks like a heartbeat. Because someone has to show the rigging. He stands. Slowly. The chair rolls back with a soft scrape. No one moves to stop him. Jimmy doesn't stand. Just watches. Depp walks to the edge of the stage. Stops. Turns back. You asked who's directing. Here's your answer. He points at the camera. Them. Always them. Then he's gone. Down the steps, past the frozen band, out the side door. The crowd parts like water. Jimmy sits alone under the lights. The mic picks up his breathing, shallow, fast. Camera 2 holds on his face. The smile is gone. Just a man realizing the interview kept going after the guest left. In the booth, the director finally hits cut. But the feed doesn't die. It lingers on Jimmy's empty chair. On the untouched water glass. On the condensation ring spreading like a bruise. The screen fades to black. No graphics. No bumper. Just text, white on black. Jimmy Kimmel Live. Will not air commercials tonight. Then the clip drops. By midnight, it's everywhere. Not the full episode, just the last 30 seconds. Depp's finger pointing at the lens. The silence after. Hashtag DeppPoints trends worldwide. The still frame of his eyes, raw, ancient, becomes a reaction gif, a profile pic, a tattoo. Morning shows dissect it. Pundits argue, breakdown or breakthrough. Disney issues a statement, no comment on past collaborations. Amber's team, this changes nothing. But it changes everything. Jimmy doesn't tweet. Doesn't post. His last Instagram story, deleted within minutes, was a black square. Depp is seen 2 days later in Paris. No entourage. Just a canvas bag and a cigarette. He buys a coffee. Doesn't speak. The barista asks for a selfie. He signs the receipt instead. Silence is golden. Lies are platinum. The clip loops. The pointing finger. The empty chair. The world watches. And for once, no one laughs.